Hello. Wow. I had five on before I even started. Thanks, guys. That's because everybody's done with their classes, ready for a chit chat. It's good to see you. You like my hat? I had to do an assessment today for the USA and level one. So I got out my cowgirl hat. And I actually wore it for the rest of my class. I wore it for my level 7 also. Just make it fun. So I got this at our local fair, and I don't know. It's just something weird. I just wanted a hat. And so, hello, Evelyn. Hello, Kelly, Marianne. Who else is here? Probably Kim. I don't see the whole entire chat. So I see Marianne, Kelly, and Evelyn, and hopefully Kim. And maybe Danny. Danny said she was coming today, so we'll see. Yeah. I did do the Secret Santa. I don't know why. I don't usually do Secret Santas at all, ever. But for some reason, I did it, and I already ordered a gift and had it sent over because I am really bad at procrastinating. So if I didn't do it right away, I probably would have forgotten. So I actually ordered something from the VIPKID store. It was weird. This Elfster thing, and Heather Sandlin set it up, I think. At least her name was in it. I don't know if she was the one who actually did it, but um, yeah, so I did it. I went ahead and said, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm just moving this a little closer. And so I went ahead and did it, and I took care of it. But I'm going to have to send a card because I didn't put a card inside the gift. So she's going to have like no idea where this thing came from. I don't know. So anyway, I did do the Secret Santa. So how did your classes go today? And my classes were different because I got up this morning at 5:30 a.m. I have been getting up some days at 5 a.m. Normally I was getting up at 6 a.m. and with the time change now it's back to 5 a.m. So I just think on Saturday I'm going to sleep an extra half hour. So I got up at 5:30 and then I did two classes. Then I had a level 7 and then I had one more class after that. So I feel like I have not even hardly worked. Like it went by really fast. So Evelyn's had only taught two classes. Wow. One class didn't book, slept in, had one trial. But you did like 6 last night, right, Evelyn? I thought you said you did 6 last night. Hello, Danny. I did only 3 last night, but I had 4 my 7:30 p.m. canceled within 24 hours. So that was like a paid half hour. And then I did 3 classes and I was done. Went to sleep, did my 5, and I think I have like 5 tonight. So, yeah. So I've been doing, since the time change though, I can do 2 to 3 on the weekday mornings. Before the time change, sometimes I was only getting 1. So the time change actually works for me better because I couldn't teach those last 2 classes anyway. So, yeah, Evelyn, you're doing great. Hello, Amanda. Hello, it's good to see you. And so I don't really have a giveaway today, so it's just fun. But I do have a list of things to talk about, of course. One of the first things I wanted to talk about was, I don't know if anybody new is here, but you can get notifications on your app for anything that's coming up. If you go to your app and then you go to, let's see, the home page, and then you click on the bell up in the corner, you will see news and updates is first. Okay, so you can click on that. And some of the new things that are coming out right now are the 6 Apple Club. It has some new things in it. I mean, I looked in it I don't know. If you're going to buy something big, there might be something in there that you can benefit from. So you might want to check that out. It says you don't really need the 6 Apple card, but you can still get the benefits from being in the 6 Apple club, like teacher discounts and stuff. And then there's also the camera. Okay, this is big news about the camera. If you use the desktop app to access the classroom, your camera and microphone can now only be turned on within 10 minutes of the class start time. If you try to turn them on, your camera or microphone, before the 10 minutes, you will receive a notification stating that you are not able to use these functions. After the class is over, you will no longer be able to use classroom features such as AR stickers or the high five. Now, I thought that was the case already. You weren't able to use the AR or high five if you weren't like signed into a class. But somehow that's a little bit different. If you do not click finish class and remain in the classroom, your camera and microphone will be automatically turned off 15 minutes after the class has ended. Okay, so, you know, way back when I started, I actually stayed on with some people a little bit longer just for the fun of it. So, hello, Candy. So that's no longer going to be possible. And so, yeah, Marianne, you're you're the rock star. You win. You beat us all. Yes, thank you, Amanda, for putting a photo up. Thank you so much. I didn't know if you wanted to continue to be anonymous, but that's great. It's great to have you. So just be aware. Now, some people are like, why in the world would people want to like go in early or after? When I first started, I wanted to check my camera. You know, if you get a new camera, like right now, I am using my computer internal camera. And that was another topic that I was going to talk about today, was the fact that I upgraded to Catalina and it caused me all kinds of grief. So I realized that my internal camera was fine. So I'm just going to be using that instead of my Logitech, you know, C920. So from what I understand right now is that when I upgraded to Catalina, the external camera does not work with it. So anyway, yeah. So that's another thing. So if you like, what I was doing is I realized you could go into the class like even a day before, and you could like check out your camera. You could, you know, see if the camera's working and stuff like that. You couldn't use AR stickers, but you could still sign in and check your camera. That's also kind of nice when you're traveling, because if you're traveling, when I went to South Carolina, the internet looks good, everything looks good, but you might want to check, you know, everything out, especially the lighting. If you're in a new place, you might want to see how it's working with your device and with your camera, but no longer can you do that. So I do think that that's, you know, probably harder for the new people that are still trying to figure everything out. You can still check in the setting function. Okay. Okay, right. You could, okay, so you can turn on the setting part and check there. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So that makes sense. Okay, so that's another big news. And then the other big news was that people in California can no longer teach for VIPKID, you know, sign in new. It says here that people who are already doing it are safe, but for new people coming in, it's not going to work for them. So I don't know how that's going to play out. But that's because of a California law. That's not because of VIPKID. It's a California law, and that's that. So that's what you can do with your app. You can find out the news and anything new coming up. And I also get emails about that stuff, but it's amazing because I'll put stuff on my iPad group and people act like it's new news. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe they don't know how to check, or maybe they just haven't checked yet, and that kind of thing. So Danny says she likes the classic country. You can hide your playlists when you start making videos if there are playlists you don't want others to see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So that's great. So I saw this really cool thing. There's a new feature that you may have noticed in the on the lessons. If you're doing the lessons and you're going along, and I have a lot of older students, and we will write on the slides, and then sometimes there's lots of lines, and I'll press the button to erase. New to YouTube. Good. Yeah, it takes a while to learn, and you're always learning. Like, you're never going to know it all. And just when you think you know as much as you can possibly know, they're going to change things up and make it new. So, so the new restore, I had to read this. Someone posted this on one of the groups, and I had to read this. I want to thank the company for looking out for its teachers and always finding ways to improve our teaching experience. So thank you, VIPKID, for Restore successfully. Until today, I would always click that button to erase writing on the slides, but I always wondered, was it successful? Have I actually restored something? What is the real impact of clicking that purple button labeled Restore Page? I can't count the number of nights I've lost sleep wondering this. And today, as if by some miracle, I have this confirmation. Now I know for sure that Restore was successful. I no longer have to second guess myself when clicking that button. What a game changing update the tech team has provided for us. Now, if only they would introduce slide change successfully whenever we flip through the slides to reassure us that, yes, we have successfully changed to a new slide. I won't worry because I have confidence that that will be the next update. I thought that was really funny. And, the woman's name is Sarah Gruffid on that was on the VIPKID Education official VIPKID group. So I just had to share that with you because I thought it was really funny. Because I was like, seriously, I think we know if you press the button and the color's gone, it's restored. So anyway, I thought that was really funny. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't read that one before, I hope that was something fun for you to enjoy. So I just wanted to, let's see, we talked about your bookings and yeah. Oh, I also wanted to talk about the other update was the big news is you can win an iPad. Okay, winning the iPad. Now, I read this over and I'm like, every time they have a contest for people that can win something, I'm not sure if it's even in here. Okay, I'm not even sure if it's in here. Where I can't remember where it was. I was going to talk about that too because it's like they're saying tell your friends about during Thanksgiving that you can win an iPad, but the time to win the iPad is like before Thanksgiving. I don't know if anybody ever noticed that, but it was really weird. So you're not really going to get people during Thanksgiving to sign into VIPKID to win the iPad. I don't know how that's going to work. But usually when you get referrals, it takes a while. It's going to take them a while. It's going to take you a while. So if there's a contest in place, like if you find out there's a contest within the next couple weeks, it is really going to work if you have people already in motion and they are already going, and then you can get them to, and then they can all sign in, and then you have to wait for that first class. So there's no guarantee. So I have brought in 4 referrals, and I think all of them are doing okay. There was one that was having trouble with bookings, and I had another, Marie, she said she wasn't really getting a lot of bookings. She got like 6 short notice bookings like the first day, which was unusual. But since then, she hasn't gotten a lot of bookings. I think VIPKID and GoGoKid need more teachers because of the California thing and are giving referral incentives. Oh, that's true. Okay. Well, there are a lot of people though that aren't getting booked, so hopefully, they'll start getting booked. And California is very populated, but the hours are so early now anyway. Yeah. I think people on the East Coast are the luckiest. We're the luckiest. So, yeah, so I have like two events coming up, but it's kind of like a family oriented situation. So I'm hoping that I'll meet people and I'll be able to give my card and then give my email, obviously. And, if it's not the people that I'm talking to, maybe it's someone that they know that they can refer me to. So, yeah. So New Hampshire is 1.3 million. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. In New Hampshire, yeah, we aren't majorly populated. We are lucky. I love it. But if you go toward Boston, it feels like California because we don't have very good roads. Like they're not wide enough, and we have a lot of problems with traffic if you go closer to Massachusetts. But New Hampshire's pretty good. A lot of us are working less hours, 2 less hours per day. Yeah, that stinks. Yeah, that really stinks. Okay, so I'm actually working about the same, but it will affect my summer. But I may end up just having to get up earlier, which wouldn't be bad because then I would have more, I would be done earlier in my day. Of course, by then we'll have daylight savings, so it will only be like 1 hour less because of the Chinese situation. And in the summer, maybe, I don't know. Last year, I taught morning and evening, and that really wore me out. I think I'd rather do longer runs. Now that I'm more seasoned, I can do more in a row than I used to. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. So you can win an iPad if you do, do all the stuff in the line for the iPad. Okay, so another thing on my list of things to talk about today, and we have 12 watching. Awesome. And if you give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Um, don't say Hong Kong. Well, you can say Hong Kong, but just it's not its own entity, it's not its own country. And there is a teacher who was in the Christian VIPKID teachers group, and she got a call from the company because during her discussion she inadvertently called Hong Kong a country. And so be careful of that because we need to make sure that we do not enter into any kind of political discussion. Now, along with that, I did have a student in level 7 before I knew what Hong Kong was going through. This is like way back when the whole uprising started, and he was very versed. And I think I talked about it in one of my lives to some of the teachers. He loves China, and he's a very good student. I just love him so much. I wish I could teach him more, but he's busy. He's older and he's got a really busy schedule, so he's not really doing VIPKID. I don't think, anyway. He's on my WeChat, and he doesn't really respond to my WeChats, but I love him. And so I'll send him messages every now and then just of encouragement and stuff. But he talked about Hong Kong, and I just listened. So if you have a student who says something about it, they're older, you can just listen and just don't give any opinion. Just nothing they're going to say is going to be a problem. It's just what we say as a teacher, and if we agree or disagree or whatever. And then I do have one student who is younger, and he actually lives in mainland China during the summers, and then he goes to school in Hong Kong. And he was pretty scared. He had showed me one time, he turned his camera around to show me his TV and what was going on in the streets and stuff like that. But I haven't seen him in a while because he was one of my later Saturday students. But I loved him so much. He was so awesome. And I'll probably send him a card after this live because I miss him. Yeah. So I wonder how he's doing. And he was very confused, and he knew, like, I guess the school is probably better in Hong Kong and it's good for him to go to school there, but he liked it better in his other in his other home. So really, really cute kid and really good at speaking English and just growing and learning. So yeah, so we do need to keep these guys in our prayers because we don't know what they're going through. They don't understand everything, and we don't even, we don't understand everything. So, but we're not in a position to speak anything political. So, thank you guys for chatting. Um, yeah, I like that tag, candy addicted. You don't waste time. I worked on them when I had a break. Good job. That means you managed your time in class. If it was a 4 apple or lower, it means you didn't manage your time well. Yeah. Okay. I also got tagged sufficient interaction. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I went back and looked at my tags and I was like, okay, yeah, that's good. I'm okay with those that they gave me, and things are going well for me. I'm happy with the company. I'm happy with doing as much as I can, really do. So I have no complaints. Um, yeah, I wanted to mention I did upgrade my MacBook Pro. It's an older MacBook Pro, but it has a SSD drive. And because I upgraded with the new operating system, which was recommended from a, you know, VIPKID teacher, I won't say the name, to upgrade. Oh, just upgrade. And I'm like, okay. And then it just really messed it up. But I think everything's okay right now. But if I want to go back to my Mojave operating system, I have to wipe everything out and reinstall it. And I really don't want to do that right now. So, yeah. So Danny says some of my kids get upset if I go overtime. I try to explain we have to go over because we need to finish the slides, or if it was a tech issue. Oh yeah, yeah. I usually go over a little bit. Like I don't usually stop right at 25 minutes. Because I'm just not done. Like I want to at least say goodbye. So that's how I do it. But I know now we do need to be careful to honor the laws. They're saying they only want the kids to do classes for 25 minutes. So I'm getting closer and closer to 25. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to mention that about the Catalina. And I wanted to ask, are you guys teaching on Thanksgiving? Hello, Laura. Thank you for coming. Are you guys teaching on Thanksgiving, or are you taking that day off? Now, I am planning to teach on Thanksgiving, and I don't feel guilty about it. Yeah, I'm really thankful because my daughter's going to be doing the Thanksgiving at her house. So I'm going to send her some money and I will do the rolls. And I should be done early enough. I'll be fine. So I will be teaching on Thanksgiving. Right now, I only am taking priority requests. So we'll see how many of those fill in, and then we'll see, how many I actually do. I probably won't get up before 5 or 5:30. I'm not going to get up at like 4 a.m. on Thanksgiving. And then, so Marianne, no, running a 5K. That is really awesome. Yeah, I would really like to do a 5K sometime, but I'm just not in good enough shape right now. I need to get back into shape. So, yeah. So Kelly says she rarely goes over 25. Yeah, you got to tell us your secrets. Just no fluff. Just do the work. So Laura says, Marianne, we'll be running together. Oh, awesome, Laura. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Okay. So I was really glad last night I had one cancellation, and I have one girl that books me on every Friday night and every Saturday night, and she usually cancels on Friday night. Now, last week when she canceled, it got rebooked right away. And this time she canceled, and it stayed open. And last week I wanted to close it out because we had a birthday party, and I would have just been like, I don't want to do that class. But it stayed booked. And so I did end up having to come home and I taught the class. But last night it didn't book, and then I was able to open it for short notice, and one of my regulars booked it for short notice. So that was good. So I got short notice pay for one of those. So Kelly says I did a live stream on it. It's called Pacing. Oh, okay. All right, awesome. I will look for that. I thought I had seen all of your lives, but I guess not. So, yeah, Danny, thanks for the reminder about Thanksgiving. I had Go-Go Kid classes open and I just closed them. Oh, good. I'm glad that we got that covered. And Kelly, what do you do when the kid won't speak? Just read to do it yourself? I have no idea what to do when the kid won't respond. Um, yeah, I think that was before you joined our group. Okay. Well, I usually go back and watch everybody's, but except for Evelyn's. She has so many, there's no way I'm going to watch them all. But so, what do I do when someone doesn't talk? I do the best I can to try and get them to talk, but if they don't, I just pretend I'm, a TV show. Just pretend you're Sesame Street or something. Do what's on the slide. Do this regularly to try and get them to speak. Don't just ignore them, but do what you can to get them to speak and try and bring it out. And anytime they make any little peep, give them a star. That's what I do. Anytime they come with you, do anything that you ask them to do or make any response to make you feel like you're getting somewhere, give them the star. Or, you could also pull out a puppet and talk to the puppet and do the puppet like this. With really little kids, you do have to be careful with the puppets because they might be scared of the puppets. I've had that happen a couple times. So you might have to put the puppets away. So that's what I do. Yeah. Laura says that's exactly what I do, Cindy. Star for any squeak, any little, even if they're responding in any way, just that gives them the idea. Oh, that's what they want. Because, we assume they understand that they're supposed to respond. But how many times do kids watch TV just not responding, So they kind of have to get used to how it's supposed to go. And some kids are just more reserved than others, So we do have to kind of work with that. Yeah. Yeah. Danny has a lot of followers. Everybody loves her. I have 155 last time I checked followers. So, but I have also taught. I know some people think that having a lot of fewer students, more classes is better, but I don't think you can control it. Whatever happens, happens. I have 476 students taught, and I'm almost up to my original 2,000. Yeah. So, I mean, I have a 2,000 badge, which I got twice because when they took away all of the supplementary classes, I went way down. So I'm almost up to my 2,000, which I'm supposed to have anyway. And I have 155 followers. And I just traded in tokens for some money on the store, the VIPKID store. So I'm like, when am I going to get those? I don't know. You're supposed to be able to trade in 250 tokens for a $5 gift certificate to the VIPKID store. So I did that. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm down to like 50 tokens. So I have to start saving up tokens again. So today I wanted to show you, this is what I did for a reward during a class, and it worked pretty well. I have my panda, and I said, sometimes I'll give the panda 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pandas, and then I will put it up here. Today, I just said, we're going to feed the panda today. And whenever the students Did a good job. Every few minutes, we fed the panda. So I had a donut. I had a hot dog. I had some watermelon. I had ice cream. And I kind of reorganized this before the live. So I'm pulling out my candy. I had a candy bar. So these are things that I fed the panda today, and I put them up here behind me. And the kids love the pandas, and this was really good for my USA class, and it was good for my other class. What did she do? Oh, she did the American in China. And so, we were able to talk about the foods. You can talk about the colors. You can talk about, she had usually the adverbs of frequency. So, do you usually eat ice cream? Do you usually eat hot dogs? I sometimes eat hot dogs. I always eat rice, whatever. Yeah. So, okay. Bye, Danny. Thank you for coming. So, that's an idea for reward, and that will work for anyone, any age, any class, just it's universal. So the pandas are awesome. I got these pandas off of the one of the groups, videos and props. No, not videos and props. One of the props and rewards groups or something. So just look for that. It was in the files. You can just print them out. And there's a lot of them, and they're doing different things. And you can, put one up, like I said, one up for each thing. Like today for you, I had 5 minutes left with my last class, and I'm like thinking, okay, we're going to have extra time. What am I going to do? And so we had the verbs of frequency. How often do you like to read books? How often do you like to play soccer? How often do you do homework? So these work for so many things. And I just love it when something pops into your head that you weren't planning, Janie, yeah. Janie, I sent out your stars. You should be getting them like soon. Yeah, I have a hard time mailing from my house because my mail people, we have a mailbox at our road, but they don't take the mail out of the mailbox. It's really annoying. And so I have to always find a post office, and then I put them in the mail, and you should be getting your stars as soon as possible. So yeah, don't forget to do the thumbs up, guys. Yeah, they're really cute. I love the stars. And so, okay, so today, as part of this live, I wanted to talk about things that you guys are thankful for. And we are going to spell the word thankful. All right, so let's do it. Okay, who can give me, I kind of want to do this sideways because I want it the long way. I've never done it this way. This is new. THANKFUL. All right, so who can give me a T? Give me a T. What are you thankful for? This job. Oh, that doesn't start with a T though. T. Okay. Okay, THIS. This job. That works. All right, how about an H? H. Anybody got an H? Tigers. Home. Okay. Awesome, Amanda. Thank you. I'm thankful for home too. Okay. I've lived in this home for over 20 years. It needs repairs, but my friends are buying homes for almost triple what we paid for this one. So I'll just be thankful for what I have and, patch it up here and there. So how about A? A. All my family. All my family. That's awesome. Yes. And I have a big family. I have 13 children, and we will be going to my daughter's for um, Thanksgiving. She's my oldest. She's an amazing cook. So I'm really thankful that she's willing to do it. And her husband loves to have company. So that works out well too. So how about an N? N. Naps. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to take a nap today. Naps. I actually have been going to bed early at night because I just can't keep going. So I just been going to bed early. I go to bed, I take my like iPad or my phone with me, and I get into my bed and I watch a few videos. And I've started to listen to books on tape. In my car with the kids, we listen to My Side of the Mountain because I have to do some driving. And we're now listening to Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So, K, kitchen, and kindness. We could do both, right? Kindness, yeah. I'm thankful I have a kitchen, even though, like I said, my house is like, we've lived here for over 20 years and we live on a really tight budget. So we really need to, you know, kind of refurbish everything, but we have it. You know, we live here, we have a home, we have a really nice yard, we have a really nice place. So we're thankful for that. So, kitchen where we can cook, and yes, F, fun. Fun with family and friends. Right. And that's what this is all about. You know, it's like we are working so that we can provide for our families, so that we can I just bought my 2 younger boys some basketball shoes thanks to VIPKID, you know. I made the mistake before school to go to the store and try to find sneakers for boys, and cuz the Walmart ones they just wear out. And so this time I went on Kohl's website and I ordered some sneakers from Kohl's for basketball, and so hopefully they're going to fit, you know, they're coming in the mail. So that was thanks to VIPKID. I was able to buy decent basketball shoes. And Candy, thank you so much. Undeserved forgiveness, yes, from the Lord. Excellent. Thank you so much. You know, we do not deserve. I was just talking about this. I teach, I'm getting ready for the Christmas program at our school. I'm the one that's doing the music. So, underwear. That's pretty close. Undeserved forgiveness. The things underlying us are very important. Honestly, thanks to VIPKID, I was able to buy some decent underwear at the beginning of the season because, you know, as a mom, you're always on the back burner. Like your stuff is junk because you're always putting out for the kids. And this year I said, I've got to do this. I've got some extra money. I'm going to make myself spend money on myself and something that nobody cares about except for me. And I'm doing it. So I did. I actually went to Kohl's for that too, and got me some nice new undergarments that I'm really happy I paid the money for. Comfortable, you know, Walmart stuff. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I would go to Walmart and buy things for cheap, and they either break down or I get problems with discomfort and all that stuff. So this time I said, I'm spending some money on me and I'm doing it. It's been 30 something years. It's time for me to be comfortable. All right. So let's see. Thankful, L. Let's see. L. What are these? That is the most uncomfortable level. Well, I don't know. My laughter, I love that. The underwear one, it doesn't really bother me because I just noticed it doesn't bother the kids. Like to them, it's just matter of fact. I don't know. I just treat it like matter of fact and just move on. A few times I was like, underwear, like that. But the kids didn't blink an eye, So I was like, I don't know. I think maybe in China they're a little more matter of fact with it. So I just kind of move along and just keep going like it's just a shirt, pants, whatever. So L, laughter, love, lives. That's good. Yeah. These thankful for these lives. They're fun. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm really thankful for you guys. You guys have really added a new joy to my life, and I'm thankful for the friends that I've met through this YouTube channel. And this I just think that the next couple weeks it's good to just kind of really keep making that list, make it longer. Uh, just be thankful for everything, after you get the food, family, friends, start picking the little things, I'm thankful for, you know, our country, thankful for the freedom that we have, that we can choose, thankful for, you know, I know that many years was afraid of the internet. There's so much bad stuff on the internet, but there's a lot of good stuff too. There's a lot of ways that we can use the internet for good and for an advantage. And there are things that we can do as we live a good life and we want to do what's right. We can portray that to others in a way we've never been able to before. So, yeah, and we can be fearful of things or we can embrace it and say, let's use this for the Lord and let's do something for the Lord with it. Well, Candy, thank you. I'm thankful for you too, Cindy. Thank you so much. And Laura agreed. I never thought I could make actual friends online. I know. I just want to travel around meeting all you guys in person. Yay for our online friendships. Same, Laura. Candy, I am grateful to have found a group of people at this new job to help me and help answer my questions. And I'm praying for you. I really have taken that seriously, Candy, and you are on my mind and my list to continue to pray for your situation. And I just wanted to share with you that this is not the first group that I've ever had online. I have 13 children, and about a little over 20 years ago, I was homeless. Okay, let's see. I had 7 kids, and we were changing ministries, and we had to move in with my mom. And so we had the 7th child was just born, and that was way back when the computer was you sign on to AOL and you've got mail. I don't know, some of you may remember that. So Amanda has an MRI. Okay. We will continue to pray for that. Definitely. Keep us posted, Amanda. Don't forget to let us know how it goes. So I was going on to AOL and I was looking at, big families. Here I had 7 kids and I wanted to kind of just read about big families. How do they do it? How do they make meals? How do they make a schedule? How do they live? And I was homeschooling at the time also. So I happened upon this group and it was called Quiverful Haven. And it's no longer a group on the internet anymore, but we do have a Facebook group. A few of us have continued to be friends over the years. This is over 20 years ago. And so through the years, this was a group of moms with many children. I don't know if anybody, I don't think any of them had 13, but they were like open to whatever the Lord would have for them, so maybe some would have 2, maybe some would have 5, some would have 7, whatever. But it was just the mindset of letting the Lord determine the number for your kids. Through the years, some people, had to stop for medical reasons and things happen. Obviously, in 20 years, a lot happened in a lot of lives. And so, but there are a remnant of the group that is continuing today on a Facebook group. But I have, through that group, I have met people that I've known in real life, and it goes on. Like, and I feel like I've known mothers all over the country, and these are people that have large families. And it's funny because through that time too, we had people come in that we accepted into the group, and then turned out there was bad situation. Like, we've had to like ban a few people through the years, and we've seen arguments, we've seen people have arguments on the group. So anything that happens on Facebook groups, I am familiar with because I've already been experienced it, and I don't get all upset about it. Like, I don't respond to people that argue. I don't get upset because, I've already been through all that. I've already, like, we have had arguments online, and I would be upset about something, and then I'd be like, why? And it can really bother you when there's an argument online, but you don't have to let it bother you. Like, you just move on. So even in VIPKID, some of the groups are a little, touchy and stuff like that. So I just stay away from it. I don't get involved in it at all. And there was one time, I think if you talk about teacher to teacher feedback, that can be a hot topic. And I asked a question about it. I had no idea it was a hot topic. And I asked a question about it, and I got blasted. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that. And so there can be some touchy subjects, but you just go along. People were not happy with a funny little video I made about the hoodie, but I was just like, lighten up. VIPKID is not, like, they're not looking at the teachers to tell them what to do. They're a company. They're making up their company, and they're like, if you want to join the company, we really want you to join. And I think they're doing their best to make it good for the teachers, but they're not like asking us how to run the company. So if they make a decision, we can put in a ticket, we can share disagreement, but we're not the ones that are making the company. So, hello, Morgan. I just finished my 5 feedbacks. I'll exit and rejoin if I'm able to once the kids get breakfast. Yeah. So, that's just my opinion. Like, VIPKID is a company. We follow their rules, and we, work within their boundaries. And if they make a decision, we don't really know why they made that decision. We just have to roll with it, and we'll be okay. I mean, if they make a decision, chances are we're going to be able to adapt. We're going to have to, if we want to keep doing what we're doing. We still always have to remember this is all a gift. This whole VIPKID job is a gift. And it's amazing that China even allows it, honestly. So, and then, our minds could just go crazy thinking about it. So I think people don't like being told what to do. The post everyone should be doing teacher to teacher feedback don't go over well. The one I was posting about teacher to teacher was more like what I think should be in the teacher to teacher. I didn't really say everybody has to do it. I think everybody like, oh, I wanted to share this story. Speaking of teacher to teacher feedback, this is hilarious. Okay, so I think I mentioned it to my friends privately, but so in the teacher to teacher, this kid, it was mentioned he loves pigs. So I went to my drawer, and I had all these Peppa Pigs stickers, and they weren't cut out yet. So I got my scissors, cut out all these Peppa Pig stickers, grabbed my pig puppet, and I went, when the camera came out, I was like, hello, how are you? I thought I was going to be really cool. I thought the kid would light right up, right? So the kid just was like stone face. So then I was like, do you like pigs? And the kid was, and I kid you not, I totally kid you not, in the background, I could hear it sounded like a real pig. I am telling you. It did not sound like, sometimes you'll hear like grandpa clear his throat like that. It was not. It sounded like a pig. I have a little video of it. Maybe I'll make a video of, like funny classes or something. But I am telling you, it sounded like a real pig. And I'm looking behind the kid and I'm thinking, is he on a farm? Does he have a pet pig? Like, I'm like, do you like pigs? I showed him a pig. He knew what I was talking about. And he like was just staring at me like he had no excitement whatsoever. And so then I went on with the lesson. I'm thinking, am I going to use the Peppa Pig or am I going to go back to using like my pandas? I think I used my pandas as a reward, and he was happy with that. Like he was totally happy with the panda reward. And so it was just so funny. So in the teacher to teacher, it said he likes pigs, and I'm thinking, why did they say that when he's not even responding to pigs at all? Like, no matter what I do, he doesn't care about pigs. But then I heard a real pig. So it was just very confusing to me. I just thought it was hilarious. And I thought I was definitely going to log that one in and share that as this funny story. But yeah, in the teacher to teacher, I don't put everything I put in the parent feedback, but I put little notes. Like I have a girl today and she's very melancholy and she likes rain. I showed her this rain instead of sun. I showed her this dino with the hair. She says she likes it better without the hair. Like, but she's a really sweet kid. Like I don't think she's trying to be like difficult or contrary, but I think that's just what she really likes. She told, and she's the one that we did usually, sometimes, always, and that kind of stuff. So I said, what do you like? Because she said she likes soccer. She likes to read books. And so I said, what do you not like? What is something you don't like? And she said she doesn't like to sing. And she didn't really give me expound a lot, but she said she doesn't like her singing class. She has singing class and she doesn't really like it. So she had, she knows what she likes and what she doesn't like. And she is kind of melancholy and she's kind of quiet. And some of the teacher to teacher I felt was a little negative. Like, this is her personality. We don't know their situation. And you work with their personality. You try to give them a good class. You be the happy one. You give them a good class, and having a good class doesn't always mean they're going to be bubbly and all excited about the class. It might just be that they love you, that you're reaching them and their own personality. And not everyone is going to be bubbly. I have this one girl that I was teaching her at 5 a.m. and she was just the most adorable little thing. Like, here I am just trying to wake up and she's just flitting around showing me her, pet hamster and her little brother and talking up a storm. And those kind of classes are so fun because the kid just kind of, makes the class. But there are other times that you have to be the one to kind of bring out their personality, however you can do it. And so I just love her and I love to see her, and I don't like to see that the teachers are, being negative with something like that. Now, if there's a kid that's, totally defiant or something, it might be good. Sometimes I'll just write, very active, make sure you have interesting props, make sure you have something interesting to keep him interested, or, something like that. If he does like pigs, I would probably write that. I mean, I'm not saying that the other teacher didn't see that he liked pigs, but the day I had him, he didn't care about pigs. So it didn't work. So I thought that was a good teacher to teacher feedback, but it was funny how it played out on my end. So, yeah. So Amanda, yes, I have many regulars who have a bad day and don't see themselves. They are just like us. Yeah. So, right, things like that too. Yeah. So we don't know. Like one day they could be, yeah, doing a great job. And I found that sometimes when their parent is close by and is very, um, you know, particular, that sometimes they get a little bit tighter and a little more stressed. But when their parent is not there, they can kind of loosen up a little bit. That's hard to do because you want to win the parent over and you want to love the parent just as much as the kid. So like you don't want to come between the two of them. So sometimes I'll just try to befriend the mom a little bit and try to get the mom to relax a little bit so that they can all have a good time. Yeah. Oh my word. There was a girl that cut her hair. Oh, yeah. Wow. I have not had that happen. Stop. Stop. Yeah, I have not had that happen at all. Yeah. So that would be rough. Well, I see. This is VIP Kid Teachers. Are you a VIP Kid teacher? Might have just surfed in. So we're actually about wrapping it up because we're at 55 minutes. So I do want to thank you all for coming and thank you for doing this little thankful game with me. And it was really fun to talk about these things and talk about what we're thankful for. And this is my turkey. I got this at Lowe's. They have some of these smaller banners as well. And so they didn't have any on sale the last time I went. I kind of wanted one for Christmas, but we'll see. Um, so have a great weekend, Cindy. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you for all your videos and thank you for being so caring to all of us and keeping us informed. Amanda, I have a student who always says he's having a bad day because she has so much homework. Yeah, she hates it because her mom always gives her homework. Wow, she won first place in a national test. Well, I know it's hard. It pays off when you work hard. So thank you all for coming and have a great weekend. And Kelly is switching her live till Tuesday. So catch her on Tuesday. And since the lives are earlier, if they're at 8 a.m., I can listen to them because I'm at the school. I can listen to them live and I don't have a class first period. So if you do them early, I can catch them live. If they're later in the day, then I usually watch them. If I only watch part of it, I'll go back and watch the rest. So, yeah, so just whatever you guys can do. I was going to see how this live went. We had quite a few people, and I thought, maybe the last live I had fewer views, and I didn't know if it might be because of the time. But thank you all for coming and thank you for sharing this live with me. And I hope you guys have a really great day. It's 9:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, wow. Some people are just barely getting up. It is very cold in New Hampshire right now. And I'm in a side room where I have a little heater that I can turn on to warm up the room. Otherwise, I wear like layers because heat is expensive. Yeah. So there's an opening for Mondays. I wish I could do it, but Saturdays is my day. So thank you all. And maybe somebody new will come out. That would be great, huh? I do miss Heather. I miss both. We had two Heathers, and I'm sure that they're busy and they found things that they need to do that are more important. But yeah, so go ahead and let us know. And we all kind of interact with each other aside from this actual live. So let one of us know and we will pass the word along and we will help you. We'll help you get some views and see how it goes. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day.